the storm water coming down in the storm drain, we actually capture it, divert the water into this diverter. Then we have a CDS unit that removes all the trash, oil and grease from the storm drain. Then it ends up into this trash screen. So actually more of the debris are removed. Then from here it gets pumped all the way from the street all the way to the first cell over here. And then from here it goes through all these different treatments. There's 3 different wetlands here. So there's cell number 1, cell number 2, and cell number 3. So when a big storm comes, this fills up, then from here overflows to cell number 2 and then cell number 3. And then from here there is removal of pollutants like the metals, bacteria, oil and grease being taken up by the soil and the plants and the roots of the plants. And eventually when the system goes through this wetlands, the water coming out, it's much more cleaner of all the contaminants in the storm drain.
So in this area here, that's the old building here that.
Exactly. This is the existing building right over here. Yes.
And so you're saying that's eventually going to be turned into usable space for nonprofits and offices and whatnot?
Exactly, yeah. So we were thinking of maybe doing that, I think the city council wants to use it, maybe some educational, because there's several high schools here. There's one high school over here, there's one down the street, and there's the elementary school in across. So there's like three institutions of elementary, high school, and learning for advanced students are over here. So they could actually after school, a lot of kids come around here. You could actually run around. There's actually walkways, so people come run in the morning or at night around these wetlands. So this was the old Jan Perry's CD9. Mm-hmm. So actually they call this the Jan Perry's.
Yeah, the former councilwoman for the area, Jan Perry.
Gotcha.
She was one of our champions for Proposition O and kind of led the effort to make sure that got passed, and so was I guess renamed, kind of in her honor. So yeah, I think it gets a lot of use in the morning. You come out and you see people walking or jogging, and taking the strolls around here. I think the schools are using this for some of the coursework. They have the kids out here to kind of talk about water quality, ecosystems, and the environment. So again, finding some multiple benefits there. I think somewhere we'll have some pictures to show what it looked like before, when it was just an asphalted maintenance yard. So again, quite a transformation from what we had before.
Yeah, it's pretty. What's the fountain back here?
The fountain is just to get the aeration into the wetlands, and of course, mostly it's for the aeration because you need to aerate it to get the system to start working. And actually, it's one of the nice features.
Yeah, so very peaceful.
Very peaceful, yeah, very nice. And actually, we do have our sanitation crew that goes in there, and sometimes some of the trash and debris ends up in the wetlands, so they clean it. We have a maintenance crew that goes in there, and we have all these plants that we've done. So this goes over it really fast and come back.
Sure.
Because this is where we come from.
There we go. You guys have benches getting put up there, or I guess there was a picnic area at some point?
I saw that
on the map. I think that's
at the end of it.
on that side.
And then of course there's all solar panels. You see all the solar panels.
okay.
And you can see it's a fairly, I think, it's not like those high schools which are, there's a special name for it, the magnet school. I think this is a magnet school. See, the top students come to this magnet school. Or is one, I don't know the name of it exactly.
It's Maya Angelou.
High school, right?
I don't know if it's called high school or something else, but it's named after Maya Angelou.
We just built it recently too. It's very nice.
the challenges in the drought conditions is how much water we're getting in here. From the time that when the project was originally conceived, going through the pre-design, design, construction phase, we hit our extreme drought conditions, and so over time we've got less water coming into the system than was originally projected, because it was based on, back in I think 2007, maybe, I think. We're still trying to look at how best to operate the system here. It wasn't intended to be mainly as wetlands, but we'll have to make some adjustments, so it's sort of more of a riparian kind of system in parts of it, some of the cells. But we do have less water coming in. This is all fed by storm drain. Storm drain and urban runoff. And there's just not nearly as much water as we coming through as we've got.
Looking into the recycled water and other,
right, and maybe
all these
recycled water.
Exactly. Eventually, all our green areas in the city of Los Angeles, we want to have that, that option of putting recycled water in all of the city of Los Angeles, which are connected. And this wetland will be one of them too, because as 8 months it doesn't rain here at all in the city. This is a couple of the. Kind of explains what the wetland does, the habitat and the marsh here. And you can see one person is walking, but usually there's a lot of people that run in the morning and afternoon. They walk around here.
But yeah, we do need some ownership taken by the. There's a turtle.
There's a turtle.
Probably someone dumped a turtle in there.
Oh.
Yeah, it's grown up in here, but we had educational placards.
There's
all
actually
over the
2 of them there. There's one there too.
Vandalized, I think.
Vandalized. They took these things down.
Oh yeah. Wait, no, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4?
Oh, wow,
We get a whole bunch of
I
turtles.
think are those red-eared spiders? I think how people have pets and then they don't want them anymore and they just release them.
But that would actually make like the pie for me.
So some areas, urban lakes, they have a pretty big turtle population, which you have to worry about.
But no alligators, no crocodiles.
No here. We had one, was it a caiman, I think, that was found over in our Machado Lake Wetlands Park project. Before that was constructed, that was, I don't know what year that was, but I think it's at the zoo, I think, now, right? Reggie, the caiman?
The caiman, exactly, yes. So you can see all these so there's actually a storm drain that we put from, there's a pipe that goes from the street all the way to the end of it. So here are the mountains, so you can actually clean it out. And you can feel that it's actually cooler here.
Yeah.
And today is like 85 degrees. So this is called, this is where we want to try to get the urban heat effect down. The more greening we do, like alleys and streets and parkways, the more cooler it is. There's going to be less electricity use. It's going to be much better. And the more vegetation we have, the better it is. And hopefully we can be able to do that in the whole city already.
Nice.
So you could see it on the other side. So this is cell number 2. Cell number 3 is on the other side, and you can actually see there's a section that when this thing gets filled up, they could actually overflow.
Yeah.
So this has an overflow. Most of our other projects, we try not to put the overflow because we want to try to capture all the storm water like the dry well.
Got it.
And it just backs up and just goes back to our storm tank.
Since we don't have infiltration and we don't have the dry wells here, the idea is to do the treatment through the natural processes, through the wetlands, and then have that overflow back into the storm drain.
So like areas which are clay, like Steve was talking about clay sections in the city.
You just dialed me, Vivi.
I just dialed you? Oh, sorry.
Crocodile.
Oh my god. I think maybe didn't you call me? I just hit it. Sorry.
No
I
problem.
wanted to show you. It's kind of wow. This stuff is really grown. Yes. You want to go? Let's go from here really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this. I wanted to show you that overflow.
So do people in the neighborhood know that, and the kids know that this is actually used for treatment of?
Exactly. I think when we had the opening, and there was a lot of people who came here, and all these high schools around here, they actually mentioned that they know that this is a wetland. That we've done here. So they know about this.
Nice. How about the local universities? Yeah, UCLA, or they?
USC, UCLA, we work a lot with them, with Caltech, with the Cal States, LA, Long Beach, Cal Poly. So a lot of people, they have tours, you know. Deborah Dietz, she's working with the Cal Poly and UCLA team on that grass project. You heard about that grass project?
Tell me about that.
The archery. So that's another project we've been working on it for many years on that. So you want to do like this archery, which is actually greenways. So this is what I was trying to explain to you right over here. So when this thing is filled up, it's kind of hard to see right now because this thing has overgrown. These plants were very small when we planted them, and look what's happening.
They were tiny.
They're very tiny, and you can see the overflow right there. Do you see that?
Yeah.
See right here.
Okay.
So when this thing is filled up, that's where the top of the water is gonna be. So
I
like
thought
the water.
it's for kids too.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Take the water.
No, exactly. No,
It's a non-contact water bubble.
So I mean, so like if
I
you look at the
see.
pond, imagine the pond being half full. That's the maximum. Because otherwise, if this thing gets overfull, then it's in the streets.
And over here is where the diversion stormwater, the storm drain diversions are actually up over here in the street, and then in this fenced off area we can get a little closer is where the pump system and the
pump
trash
system,
wells and
CDS.
the
and if you
trash
just go down
removal
that
devices
street,
are.
that's where our green street was actually, the
Right.
Avalon South. Yeah, I mean the green alley. Sorry. The green alley.
Nice. So this is going to come down here, and then this will be all a walkway, or there be no no cars?
Exactly. No, the thing was that we wanted to connect all of this whole section as a green networks.
Right.
So people, when they want to walk, instead of walking on the street, they could walk in our green alleys.
Right.
Because it's going to be all plants and nice. So they
Yeah.
could go from here, they can go to the school. So they use less cars, you know, less pollution into the air.
What about bikes?
Yeah, there's biking too. You could
Not a
actually
bike path,
in there. Yeah, exactly.
so people are able
We
to
haven't put
bike.
bike
me-
paths
no bike
there,
paths per se,
there's-
but it's
but we're gonna be
bring the drive.
eventually. I heard that there's many parts of Los Angeles they're gonna be putting bike paths there. You know, trying to make it more bike friendly.
Yeah.
I know in downtown they're putting a lot of bike paths.
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Right.
Well, and for the
along
kids.
river, they have
Yeah.
really long bike.
Exactly. Along
Yeah.
the LA River, they have that too.
Nice.
And they have that system. Actually, you could get a bike, for like an hour or something, and you go
Right.
somewhere else. Most cities have it in the United States.
Nice. Are there a lot of programs in the area for the kids to get donated bikes or anything like that, or work to repair their bikes?
I don't know.
I don't know. That would be our Department of Transportation.
Yeah,
City
yeah.
Commission. Yeah, that would be,
Nice.
we have to. Actually, they come to our Green Street. We have a Green Street committee team. I mean, a meeting every month that all the different departments come out there. So we all come together and we all brainstorm what we should do in terms of the green streets and green alleys and green infrastructure projects.
Nice. How long has it been up?
This
is like
project. Do we have that little
I think
fact
it's
sheet? I forget.
Oop,
It
oop,
probably
here it
has
is.
a lot of dates and things that are hard to keep track of. This is Garvanzo. Is it in here?
Okay.
South LA wetlands?
Or is it in the other
Do we
one?
have anything out in here?
There we go.
We didn't have the pictures. Only the
Okay. So when was this built? This was, I guess, well, we had the grand opening back in February of 2012.
Okay.
Oh,
It's been a
okay,
couple
so
years.
yeah, so it's had a long time to kind of get grown up and still in good condition and everything. So yeah.
A picture of this thing before? I thought we did. Maybe not. No, I think it's probably back at the office. We have the
All right.
before and after thing
Yeah.
to show.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe we can
Exactly. Yeah. We can do it.
put that together for the show on Monday. Nice.
Circle around, I guess.
Yep.
Let's go through it here, okay?
Cool.
Maybe we can want to do a restroom stop. Maybe we can do to food for less. Maybe.
Food for less? Yeah, we can go to food for less. Or I don't think they have any Starbucks here. In the old days, we used to go to the gas stations. You know, there was no coffee shops.
Right.
And
Right.
you used to go to the gas station, and they said, "You're coming." It's okay. I'll put $2 of gas. You know.
Right.
And then you go. But now we have Starbucks, coffee bean, so we can stop by. This, what,
You
that's what, you were mentioning about Steve was talking about the park section.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's the section where the people can come.
So they got little picnic tables. I guess it's up front. Oh, there it is. Yeah, yeah.
And at night they close the gates here, I think, right?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
Just for safety.
Right.
So for the
Well, you know when they
they
like.
made it on purpose?
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
just
So,
for design?
no, this was the design, and of course this has infiltration.
Ah,
So
okay.
Yeah, so it's not
Here-
paved.
Yeah, instead of just running off into the storm drain, at least some will be absorbed into the ground.
So everything here is actually captured, and then everything one goes in the wetland, and then
Mm.
it's stayed there with all the water.
So you guys get the food trucks during the neighborhood festivals and things like that.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yes.
I think that events here, they come bringing this here.
They might. Yeah, I think the council office is always looking for opportunities to do different things.
Yes, yes.
I don't know if they've actually done things out here, but I imagine they ought to. They have.
I actually was working on a project, doing some video stuff with folks in Burbank for the end of last 3 months of the year, and they had like once a month they'd have a festival, and they bring in all the food trucks and all these gourmet
Oh,
food
yeah.
trucks, you know,
Those are fun.
fusion. Got the Mexican Japanese fusion kind of thing.
Yeah. all different combinations.
Yeah. So there you go. And now is that that's a working water fountain?
Looks like we got some a little puddling there.
Yeah.
There's a little watering station for the dog.
Nice.
Hopefully in time we'll be able to develop something.
Yo, exactly.
Do something with it, but we'll see where that money comes from.
Yeah.
I think there was a couple of grants that was written when Alice was at Bureau Engineering and Recon Park. They wrote a couple of grants to get money to apply for things. Yeah, exactly. I applied for a grant, but they need a lot of money to pay that. I think it's a very strong building,
Yeah.
This building. You can come under the shade if you want to. I think the rays are stronger now than before. Do you think you believe in that? The sun rays are very strong.
Mm.
So the building right now, is it empty or?
Is it?
It's empty.
Oh, okay.
They have used it for a couple at Recon Park. It's under the control of Recon Park, actually, right? Or is it sanitation? Oh, they've done some movie shoots in here.
Oh,
You can't go tell.
interesting.
Yeah, they will do some movie shoots.
Maybe they can use it as a temporary farmer's market.
Or exactly, that would be fun.
Mm.
I'm sure they'd have to do some
Like once a week or
cleaning of it.
bi-weekly.
Exactly, yeah.
These were the maintenance.
Exactly, like this something.
Maintenance stalls or something.
But you see how solid this is? The walls are very thick.
Yeah.
Those days it's totally all concrete.
Find some of the
Yeah, that's one of the problems. You see that solar panel?
Yeah.
You see all the earth on it?
Yeah.
So what they need, yeah, that's
we had
yeah.
thought about.
Yeah. So one of the things now is that you're putting spikes there.
Oh,
Yeah, then it's not that.
Yeah, exactly. There.
just like those train stations, they have the spikes on it to
Yeah,
prevent
exactly,
birds
yeah.
stand on.
But on
this side, but not on that side.
But that side is good, but I don't know why they.
I don't know why.
I think probably there are a lot of birds on the roof here, and when they're flying around here, maybe it drops.
So are they? Yeah, are they actually standing on them, or are they just flying over?
No, I think they sit
Yeah.
there and then they sit there.
Oh, they stand on the edge.
Yeah.
It just kind of comes down.
Yeah, the other side is like all clean.
I think this is, I don't know, or maybe there's a lot of kids on the other side. They make noise. I don't know, there's kids there, so they make noise, and they hear less kids here.
Here's our porta potty.
Porta potty.
Right.
Serve a purpose, but try to avoid those.
Okay, so do you know from here we can take off?
Do you want to switch out some of the luggage then? I think